Did you know that the incredible woman who helped invent the technology behind Wi-Fi and Bluetooth was also a famous movie star? She made 30 films and still found time for groundbreaking science. This was Hedy Lamarr. How can one person be so good at two completely different things like acting and inventing? Her story makes you wonder. Why does it sometimes feel like the world wants us to pick just one path, one hobby, or one job? Many people feel pressure to specialize early. What does the old saying, "Jack of all trades, master of none," truly mean? And is it really an insult? We hear it all the time. But what if having many interests is actually your greatest strength? What if it's the secret to an amazing future? We're going to explore how your diverse brain can be a powerful asset. You'll soon see how Hedy Lamarr's genius wasn't just luck. But first, let's rethink that old saying. The phrase "jack of all trades, master of none" usually sounds like a criticism. It suggests you're spread too thin. It implies you never get truly good at anything. For a long time, people used it to discourage variety. They thought you had to be a master of only one craft. But that's not the whole story. The original saying is much longer. It goes, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." Did you catch that last part? Better than a master of one. This changes everything. The second half of the phrase often gets completely forgotten. It turns the insult into a compliment. It means someone with many skills can be more useful. They can adapt to more situations. They can solve more kinds of problems. This idea was lost for hundreds of years. But today, the world needs people like this more than ever. But how do you go from being good at many things to truly powerful? Let's look at some history. Think about incredible people from history. Leonardo da Vinci is a famous example. He wasn't just a painter. He was an engineer, a scientist, a musician, and a writer. He designed flying machines. He studied the human body. He painted masterpieces like the Mona Lisa. He explored at least 12 different fields. Benjamin Franklin was another amazing person. He was a printer, an author, a politician, an inventor, and a scientist. He discovered electricity from lightning. He helped found a country. He invented bifocal glasses. These people didn't just dabble in many areas, they often achieved mastery in several. They connected ideas from different fields. This made their thinking unique and powerful. For example, Hedy Lamarr wasn't just a pretty face. Her acting career taught her about communication. Her scientific mind led her to invent secure radio technology during wartime. She saw a problem in one area and solved it with ideas from another. That specific invention is called spread spectrum technology. It makes signals jump between frequencies. This makes them hard to jam or detect. It became crucial for secret military communication. Later, it became the foundation for your cell phone, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Her diverse interests made her a true innovator. These historical figures weren't just lucky. They used a hidden power that you also have inside you. It's the power of connecting your different passions. Imagine the letter T. The long vertical line means you go very deep into one subject. Maybe you're an expert coder. The horizontal line means you have a broad understanding of many other things. You know a little about art, history, and music. This is called having T-shaped skills. Many companies look for T-shaped people. They want someone who is super good at one main job, but they also want someone who can talk to people in other departments. They can understand different viewpoints. They can collaborate effectively. T-shaped people are valuable team players. They bring deep knowledge and wide understanding. They solve problems using their main skill, but they also draw on their general knowledge. This is a great starting point for anyone. It shows you can focus and also explore, but even a T-shape isn't the final form for many of us. There's an even more powerful structure. This structure helps you make the most of your many interests. Now, imagine the letter M. Instead of one deep vertical line, it has several. An M-shaped person has deep expertise in multiple distinct areas. They are not just good at many things, they are excellent in several. Think of it like a mountain range. You climb one peak and become an expert. Then you climb another completely different peak. You master that too. Your skills aren't just broad, they are also deep in several places. This is what we call an M-shaped career. Why is this so powerful today? Our world is changing incredibly fast. New technologies like artificial intelligence are transforming jobs. Old jobs disappear. New jobs appear overnight. An M-shaped person can adapt much more easily. If one of their fields suddenly changes, they have other deep skills to rely on. They don't have all their eggs in one basket. They also bring unique perspectives. Innovation often happens when ideas from two different fields combine. For example, a biologist who also understands computer programming could create new ways to study diseases. A musician who learns about physics might invent a new instrument. M-shaped people are excellent at connecting these dots. They see solutions others miss. But how do you actually build this M-shape without feeling completely overwhelmed? It sounds like a lot to master many things, but you don't do it all at once. First, choose 2 or 3 areas you're truly passionate about. Start by diving deep into one. Spend time learning, practicing, and improving. You want to get really good at it. Then, once you feel competent, shift some of your focus. Start a deep dive into another passion. You're building one peak at a time. Many people talk about the 10,000-hour rule. This rule suggests you need 10,000 hours of practice to master something. But this idea is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean you must spend 10,000 hours on one single thing. For M-shaped people, those 10,000 hours can be spread out. Maybe you spend 2,000 hours mastering one skill, then 2,000 hours mastering another. Perhaps 2,000 hours on a third. This still adds up to deep expertise. Each deep dive makes you better at learning new things. Your brain gets more flexible. The key is focused, deliberate practice in each area. Don't just dabble. Commit to getting good. And always look for connections between your passions. How does your love for building things relate to your interest in history? Maybe you'll design historical models. Or how does your love for puzzles connect to your interest in space travel? Perhaps you'll invent new ways to pack rockets. But what if your interests feel completely random? Like puzzles and space travel, even if your interests seem totally unrelated, they build a unique brain. Your brain learns to switch contexts. It practices thinking in different ways. This mental flexibility is a superpower. When you face a problem, you can draw from many different experiences. You don't just see one solution. You see a whole range of possibilities. This makes you more resilient. If one field becomes less important, you have other skills to pivot to. You are never stuck. This also reduces anxiety about choosing just one path. You don't have to pick. You can explore. Remember Hedy Lamarr? Her diverse experience was not a weakness. It was her greatest strength. She combined two very different worlds. She created something entirely new. The old idea that a jack of all trades is a master of none is outdated. Today, being a jack of multiple trades with mastery in several is incredibly powerful. The world needs people who can bring fresh ideas. It needs people who see connections others miss. It needs your unique, multi-passionate brain. You are not disorganized for having many interests. You are uniquely prepared. Look at some modern success stories. Many leaders and innovators today are M-shaped. They didn't just stick to one career. They actively developed expertise in different areas. Think about someone who might work in finance but also has deep knowledge of environmental science. They could create new ways to invest in sustainable projects, or consider a chef who is also an accomplished software developer. They might build an app that revolutionizes food delivery or kitchen management. Their combined skills open up entirely new pathways. One inspiring historical figure who exemplified this was Florence Nightingale. Most people know her as the founder of modern nursing, but did you know she was also a brilliant statistician? She used complex mathematical data to prove that poor hygiene was killing soldiers in hospitals. She collected numbers on death rates. She created innovative charts. She showed how clean hospitals saved thousands of lives. Her mastery of both nursing and statistics changed healthcare forever. She was an M-shaped pioneer. She saw that numbers could tell a powerful story. Your diverse brain isn't a problem to fix. It's a goldmine of potential. Every new skill or interest you truly pursue adds another peak to your unique M-shaped profile. Your particular combination of passions is your M-shaped blueprint.